Holmes, for heaven's sake, whatever's going...
Oh, hello, Watson. You're early. Did you...
What? Holmes.
I increased the temperature of the room so as to prevent them from hibernating. But it worked, Watson. We will have honey...
Ridiculous.
They're domestic bees. Apis mellifera. Anyway, Watson, I am sorry.
You have...
Yes, but nothing as thrilling as this experiment. I'm helping a minister who's an old friend.
Well, I'll admit that I'd far rather accompany you. Besides, you'll need a helping hand with the flowers you're intending to bring back.
Watson, however did you guess?
For the great Sherlock Holmes to bother with the theft of plants. Come on, admit that you're planning to spoil your little bees with some rare pollens.
Since when did I become so transparent?
Well, Holmes, here we are at the Royal Botanic Gardens. There's no doubt that the...
Yes.
What are we...
Let us find some.
Don't touch anything else, is that clear? Just go and get a bucket of... Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you? If you are here for a visit, please do come back on Sunday.
I am afraid that it cannot wait. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson. We are investigating the theft of plants that took place here 5 days ago.
So you're the one in charge, eh?
A small favour for a friend.
I am Martin Hamish. I am the Deputy Director of Kew Gardens.
I am delighted to meet you.
They were rare and We haven't removed the stand yet. We only learned of their disappearance the evening...
No.
No, but I would imagine that for a thief it would be fairly...
Well, if you don't mind, we will take a look. Now...
Yes, the one just behind me. Albert, show these
How many people work here?
Only myself, but occasionally 2 students, Albert, whom you have met, and Miss White.
Here it is. This is the place where the stolen plants were...
Thank you.
Yes, there is. All right, the plants were valuable and rare, but it seems to me that the tragedy that took place here only 2 days ago has been
What tragedy?
The director of Kew Gardens, Mr. Montague Dunn, he died here just 2 days ago.
We're very sorry. We were not aware. Oh dear. Our condolences.
You say that he died here, in the
Holmes?
Yes, just here. Excuse me, gentlemen, but I cannot remain here.
Of course, we understand.
What should we...
The plants were here.
Do not touch.
Here is a list.
What should...
According to Albert, this is where his father, Montague Dunn, was found. The traces. The footprints reveal. The door was... This door handle is new. Soil. The soil on the... fragments of a The door was forced from the inside.
I think we need to inspect the colonial collection.
Very strange. Half of the smell. This broken a fragment of marble. These windows, part of this greenhouse was emptied and thoroughly cleaned. This is one of the outlets. These plants. This pot was a flower pot recently fell down from. According. This sign is broken. These trees.
Ah, yes.
Can I help you, gentlemen? Yes, but part-time only. For I'm also studying.
You're following in your father's footsteps.
Well, even if botany is not my strongest suit, there are people who say that I could be a good manager.
Thank you, young man.
What should...
Excuse me, but
What should we...
Albert told us about.
Tragic indeed. His heart attack.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We
Just
locked. 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 Nursery.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Cologne. Water. Park. Dry. Nursery. Seed. Ventilation. Direct. Palm. Lock. There is a smell of. The symbol is a door handle. The door handle to the colonial collection. A protect. Someone set it alight. A broom handle. The remains. The plants were set alight. Dry tropic. These flower pots are beautiful. The symbol is
What?
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 According to what? Direct. That. Dry. A ventilation system. It should regulate the temperature. A water tank. A ventilation system.
What?
Lock. A map of London. This is here it is. That is not the one. Here it is. The Divine Syndicate is not a supply. Here it is. A map?
Someone should take... Have you...
Oh,
Some... Have you...
are you aware?
The Divine...
No.
What a ridiculous name.
Would you...
Do you expect to find the stolen plants there?
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. Tell me, have you...
No.
Thank you, young... Locked. Locked.
What? What should we do next?
These plants come from... wasn't like that. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't like that. These... The... Someone fell violent. All the clues around here are... No, it wasn't like... No, it wasn't like that. This reconstruction reveals a disturbing fact. Montague Dunn...
He was in a panic?
I asked Inspector Lestrade to take Montague Dunn's body.
It's ready.
A beautiful... This was... A membership card. First of all, let us carry... There are no suspicious... There is an injury to the skull. The vessels and... The air from the... No redness. Nothing. Now... The liver is enlarged. The liver tissue is brown. The heart tissue. The stomach tissues show. There is a small amount of content. It appears that he breakfasted lightly. Oh. The lungs. The tissue on the inferior lobe of the right lung is... My suspicions have been substantiated. Montague Dunn, the director of Kew Gardens, died from poisoning. Plant poisoning, to be more exact.
You mean...
Yes.
We should inform Lestrade.
Yes, but do remember, Watson, that
The challenge, Holmes.
We need to locate that deadly plant.
Murder of any kind appeals to you.
No. We also have the people working at Kew Gardens. Martin Hamish and the son of the victim.
And also Miss White, of whom we spoke with Mr. Hamish.
No. A few innocuous questions at Kew will suffice, as well as a discreet delve into their personal affairs. Yes, Watson.
Even those in the staff building. I suppose that is necessary. You're enjoying this all...
Mr. Hamish, can you explain to...
But, most likely maintenance.
You're not sure, then?
Well, I am busy.
As Deputy Director...
To be honest with you, Mr. You see, every Tuesday he would carry out his inspection of the gardens, but it was solely to make an impression. He would give out absurd orders, ignoring anyone else's opinion. He was what some might call a man of action, I'd say. So after all, it was no wonder...
You mentioned...
Well, it's no secret that he enjoyed, celebrating, shall we say? He had an eye for the ladies, to put it...
Mr. Hamish, can you...
That would be Albert, Mr. Dunn's son. Yes, Albert keeps all the keys, and one can only imagine why.
What do you mean?
Well, he was never interested in Kew Gardens before. And now, all of a sudden, I think he wants to take over the management here. He'd do...
What is your opinion of Albert as a...
He's useless. I often tell him so. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it.
He was.
Oh, yes. He forced his son to work here, and he never missed him.
Are you able to...
Well, for example, with our last... But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him it was with the intention of making...
That must have been...
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making... That is... except for Miss Margaret White, who was such a nice...
Tell me, Mr. Hamish.
You mean insectivorous? Yes, but nothing larger than that.
You mentioned a Miss White. Would you...
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a... You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory.
Why...
The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn. And he... How could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game?
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
What?
Who is...
Ah, she is the young lady who studies with me. In fact, she should be here today. She wanted to...
We noticed...
Ah, at the moment I'm just
I imagine that your relationship...
Yes, I cannot say that he was a kind man. But now, after his death, I've been pondering... I have to follow his path, and I have to manage Kew Gardens.
Would you please tell us...
Well, I have to tell you that Mr. Hamish is not and has never been... My father would not have told...
Indeed? That...
Yes, because he believes that the management should be passed down to him now that my father is dead. But in actual fact, Mr. Hamish only... In fact, if we are to think logically at all...
Do you not have...
I suppose so. But we have very little in common. Mr. Hamish loves his plants and Kew Gardens, and
I see. And how was it...
Oh, he hated my father. It was obvious. He would be furious whenever my father boasted of Kew Gardens. He was convinced that my father was that my father treated Mr. Hamish in the same way as he treated anyone.
Do you hold...
Yes, you can have them. But I cannot give you the keys to the...
Thank you, young man.
Just be...
Locked. Champagne. French wine. Newspapers. A photograph of Montague Dunn. I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document. There was a bottle. There was a bottle here. Several drops of the Several drops of...
Gold dust?
The gold is almost immune to chemical attacks. So it...
But why would anyone perform such
The bottle is no longer here, but it is possible to detect... Lock.
Holmes, Albert done...
It does not. Open. Gloves. Waterproof.
Do they grow dead?
It appears as... Such masks are generally worn. Martin Hamish's a review on rare and... Martin Hamish. Father and I. Kew Albert's Young Albert standing with Young Albert standing with a woman. Specialist Albert. A rejection letter from Miss White. These jewels... Apparently Miss White is a draft of the letter... A vanity purse. botany. This student's chemical.
A phonograph used...
Yes, this is a study report.
And it seems clear from these multiple experiments.
Study. This is a...
Only this one is kept in good order, Holmes. What should...
Locked. These young plants must... These young... A glass... A thesis. This area serves as... This... We can see the interior of the colonial collection. And a the sea. Locked. Open.
Good day to you, miss. You have some very beautiful...
Why, thank you, sir.
Oh, I do beg your pardon. My name is Dr. John Watson. This is...
I am honored to make your acquaintance, gentlemen. My name is Margaret White.
Yes, I...
What a pleasure to see you here.
Yes, a theft... Oh, it's quite understandable that you might forget about the theft of the plants, miss.
Yes.
Would you happen to...
No.
Do you...
Part-time only. I am a biology student at the London University. That is how I found my chance to work here for part of my thesis.
How well did you know
He was a master.
he had...
Oh yes, indeed. He was always so active, and so...
What?
He loved his son dearly, and wanted the very best for him. It made him extremely...
The divine...
Not at all. But it...
Most of the doors in...
Oh, yes. Albert gave me a set of duplicate keys. He agreed I might carry out my studies without disturbing him. It is only temporary.
Thank you, miss. None of the 3 people who work at Kew Gardens know someone is... These leather gloves are materials for... This place serve... A book about shit. This is one of the out... from here, we are unable...
Poor Mr. Montague.
A ventilator... The plants were... dry...
What?
According to this... I perceive that...
Passionate? No, not really.
Are you quite sure?
It's difficult, that's all. My future is here. It has never been about anything else.
And yet I know...
Ah, you truly are as clever as they say. Yes, that he did his best to ruin my plans. Although...
Thank you, young man.
What?
Mr. Hamish, what?
Family? No. I'm the only one with a passion for botany.
I do not think so. This photo... Do tell us.
He was, indeed, the greatest. He worked together with Montague Dunn until the end of his life.
Did he get...
No, I couldn't say that. And it was all my father's work. For Dunn always lived the...
So Mr. Dunn...
Oh, yes, he provided the finance. But the worst of it was, he declared himself... Fame meant nothing to my father. So it was...
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. Come on, Tim. Oh dear, Toby. I wasn't aware that... Here it is. And here is the Divine Syndicate's address. Let us take Toby. Search, Toby. Search. Congratulations, Toby. Now, this is the bottle that was used in the... There is still some liquid remaining. A tiny caterpillar. Not so... Braved. Let us pour liquid from the... This... A colourless, quite a strong floral.
Holmes? What are you doing?
It has a bit...
What if it's poisonous?
Did you ever see poison stored in enormous jars?
So what do you...
It is some kind of organic... Let us determine... Small colourless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water.
Of course. Here you are.
Wagner's reagent. There was a...
No, Holmes, I meant the...
Let me add the reagent and see if there is any... I need to take a pipette and... I need to take a pipette and make several drops of the I need to... Red sediment. This liquid is of organic origin. It contains some... This mixture is probably a fertilizer. My analysis table. It is useful for...
This place is beautiful, Holmes. Its atmosphere is remarkably soothing.
Let us find... Good day to you, sir.
From the trace of element. Therefore, please.
Disturb.
There. Completed is the symbol.
The green...
This is...
We are two gentlemen who are
Listen.
We should like to take a look.
It is you may say, the divine. Only true devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatophize in sharing of knowledge, are permitted to physically enter our vegetable kingdom and its wisdom, and to be permitted.
Green Grand...
What is the name of our Lord, our God King?
Our God King's name is Trewan.
Oh la, good.
Thank...
I pray you to taste our raw sack.
We visited Kew Gardens, and we...
Coincidence.
It was merely an observation. Well, we... A fragment. The Kew Gardens. The list of plant friends and benefactors.
Osmosis.
This must be tree. Caterpillars. They are raised as... A tropical. These three plants are identical. A tropical. A tropical.
This green grand mystic.
This door is... These instruments... That would... This perfect one. This... Do you...
None. Not worthy there.
Nevertheless, we have seen Kew Gardens flower pots in your yard.
What? Our sacred place?
No, really now. There was a theft of plants at Kew Gardens.
No. Those plants were...
House...
Their director.
Darn.
Yes, that's what I said. He borrowed from... But he never gave them back to us.
I see. So, if you stole... I get...
No. We did not steal.
I beg your pardon. And yet you...
They had disappeared. It was the least we could do. They stole our sisters, and so we stole theirs.
Well, we will...
This green... What should...
I imagine that one of these plants would be capable of releasing... I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all It appears to open after being soaked with alcohol. This plant becomes inactive. This plant becomes inactive after being... It closed again. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it. This plant seems to have had no reaction from the caterpillars. This plant seems to have had... I find the behavior of predators... No reaction. My word, it shot a spike at me. My word. It appears to have fallen in. This is a stray. A prick. A carnivore. It appears to open. This plant becomes inactive. No reaction. No. This plant. It closed again. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. It appears this plant. It closed again. I wonder. The plants would be capable of killing only if they were direct.
Let us take our caterpillars.
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Miss Margaret White, we are...
Gentlemen, you were wrong.